to go away, like it packed and so. Why'd you have to go away, like it packed and so.
Out like that, real easy, real smooth. Hey, what's up, man? Lafayette, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I hope everybody is blessed. Welcome to the G Spot Podcast. I appreciate y'all for checking in tonight. If y'all can't always watch us each and every Thursday night, make sure y'all download the RWR Live 365 app. But y'all can listen to my show, good music, and plenty of other shows. We got some new shows coming in for the RWR Live. And if y'all can't too, also make sure y'all download the follow the RWR Live page and follow the G Spot Podcast, and you also follow me on YouTube and on Twitter. On the G Spot Twitter, don't follow the personal page. Probably you're gonna see a different side of me. To my brother, he said, where to find on YouTube? Like I said, you can find me on the G Spot Podcast on YouTube. You'll see me there. We got a new guest in the building. We got my sister in the building, man. She come to have a good time with us tonight. We got another guest that'll be here shortly. But I'll let her introduce herself. She's shy, Alafiani. She's shy, but she ain't new to this. All right, so I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Alafia family, peace and blessings, please, peace and blessings. This is Asacola. I'm checking in from Pensacola. Y'all already know I'm out from New York here visiting, loving on my whole Balewa family.
I say.
And, we're here to have this good conversation tonight.
Yeah, we got a very, very interesting conversation, man. And I want y'all to tell us how y'all feel about it. The question of the evening is, do women cheat up?
Yes.
And do men cheat down? And tell us how y'all feel about that.
You have to explain that because a lot of people do not know what you mean by that question.
Yeah. So this when I asked this question, do women cheat up? Hold on, y'all. You would have thought I went to typing class just then. But when I asked this question, man, like you say, a lot of people ask, like, what you necessarily mean by that? What we mean by it is, if when it comes to cheating, right? Are men more careless about their selection of cheaters than women? And I want y'all to, of course, y'all explain. Do y'all think women cheat differently? Women, they always pick that option on how can this benefit me? So we gonna move up. He got to have some money. He got to have this. He got to have that. Men, we just kind of go into the game like it is what it is. I'm just here with sex. You know what I'm saying? But before we get too deep into it, first of all, how was your week?
Oh, I had a lovely week. I
did?
had a good week. Yes.
Man, I'm like I said once again. I'm really glad that you came. She came, man. She's from New York. She like I said, she really ain't new to this. She trying to act like shy and humble real quick, but hopefully, when libations kick in, we had.
Don't say that. You got the Queen of Lori. Shout out to the Queen of Lori,
Queen Moni Faye.
Golden
Harvest Temple, and shout out to any other preachers, pastors, whatever you want to call it in the building, and shout out to all of y'all for just checking in with us tonight.
That's right.
All love. Yeah. Like I said, man, make sure y'all follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook RWR Live page, and y'all can download the RWR Live app. Make sure y'all do download the RWR Live app. Y'all can listen to my show and plenty of other good shows. And if you're in Pensacola, make sure y'all come check out the Black Community Cafe and bookstore. Man, we got some good stuff, and it's the first thing like its kind in our city right now. So our conversation, like I said, do men cheat up, women cheat down? First off, let me read something one of the viewers said. Most definitely, it's the way they act and proceed to say individual. Somebody said Egyptian said yes. Well, she's one of the sisters, right? Yeah, she said yes. Men are way more careless. Another yes. Another yes. Some men cheat for pleasure. Some women cheat to replace. Okay, I agree with that. Justin said that's also a no. Everyone picks the person in a selective manner. May that be sexually, financially, emotionally, or spiritually. There's some form of fetishism, and so I pronounced that really good. And selective thinking when deciding to cheat. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that point too. I'm gonna let you go ahead. Tell me how you feel about this.
Well, first, I really want to know who came up with this question, because to me it sounds like a female had to come up with this question, because a woman is never going to say my man cheated up. Mm-hmm. You're not going to say, no woman is going to ever make another woman seem like she's inferior or, better than her, or, so it's definitely this is a question from a woman.
Yeah. I think the reason why a lot of women probably won't say it is because a lot of women probably never encountered it. You get what I'm saying? Okay, speaking from a man's perspective, me personally, as a man, if I was to step out, things are different for me now. I'm not gonna step out because I try not to start no confusion. But if when I was in these streets, I didn't care about what you had. For me, it was just, do we have a sexual connection? And for me, it was not only just a sexual connection, but you might be a good cook because I like to eat.
But so you're saying it was lack there from something from home that made you want to do it.
Bingo.
So men cheat, would you say, for the lack of what they don't have at home?
I agree.
Or maybe they may even be scared that they have these weird type of fetishes and they don't want their wife or girlfriend to know.
Now that's a good point now. I never thought about that. That could be it too. Because you got to understand, even in relationships, sometimes like you could really know a person or feel like you really know a person, but you don't know a person. No. So when y'all get to talking and which goes into, you have to be very careful of your reaction to what people say to you. Y'all might have had a conversation before, and your reaction to that conversation dealing with somebody else, and they knew internally, well, what if I wanted to, so I know I can't bring this to you because this is how you gonna feel about it. You get what I'm saying? So I could see that being a factor.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think a lot of men cheat. Definitely. I think that people cheat because the perception of society and what society thinks a woman should look like, or I don't think women, it's difficult. A man will cheat up and a man will cheat down. It just depends on the caliber and the type of man you are. So
I agree with you. I think that all depends on your elevation. Me personally, I feel like, not saying I would step out, but I said if I was in a situation and I felt like I had to go cheat, it is not going to be based off of just sex. You're going to have something to lose. Okay? Yeah. If I going to have something to lose, you got to have something to lose too. And two, I feel like, especially at the age that I'm at right now, I'm not about to have sex with nobody that is not going to gain. I'm not going to have any gain from any type of way anyways.
So maturity. People cheat of lack of maturity. So we still go back to that same mentality of not being mature enough to either have, type of conversations or to try to fix things. It's the lack of maturity.
Yeah. So why do you think women cheat?
I didn't know women cheat, to be honest.
Oh, come on. Let me tell you something. I came from a family that mostly, especially my mom's side, mostly consists of women.
Oh my God.
I learned, and I sucked at it. I learned the game of cheating though from observing women. And we got a sister that says so cheating is immature. I don't necessarily think cheating is immature. I think how you could go about it could be immature.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The thing is, you could just sometimes, and not all the time, sometimes you could just have the conversation of saying what you lack. And not saying that the person can really give it to you, but maybe they would be okay with you going to get it somewhere else. Because sometimes, and I'm going to tell you why, because sometimes the person that you hit might be lacking something too. And all you did was give them the green light to feel like, okay, well, I want to do X, Y, Z with somebody else too. And we could just meet in the middle.
Yeah.
But everybody don't be on that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of, especially women.
No, they don't like those sunshines. They don't like those conversations, sis, whatsoever at all. So they avoid it and they go, I think women, I don't know why women cheat. I really have a hard time wrapping my mind around that. I think the lack of as well. Not it sounds like he's here. The lack of something in a relationship. Of course, everybody wants their ego stroked and to feel a certain type of way, or I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah. You that could be it. Sis Sashay said
What she say?
women don't cheat.
That's what I said, sis. I can't even think about why we cheat.
She said once they with you, they're with you unless you're not showing up as a man should. I say, come on in. You want to get you something to drink? Look up in the refrigerator. It's so much stuff, and then it's a glass that's right to your right. Ice and all that up in there. Let me tell you something. Women don't get caught cheating.
Well, lack of morals, lack of respect. A lot of women, they just don't know any better. It could be their lifestyle, the way that they were brought up will cause them to do that type of thing. Or maybe, like you said, it could be something that's going on with the man in the relationship. And when women cheat, it's for a purpose. It's not just because, we just want to go out and cheat. It may be something that has oh God, I almost said something I didn't want to say.
Oh, come on. That's why we having this conversation. Let's see how you feel.
No, yeah, it has to be a purpose really for a woman to cheat unless she's just naturally a lady of the night.
Yeah. We got another viewer on Instagram said a woman is usually more willing to stick it out. So women won't cheat. And I do. See, the thing is, when it comes to cheating, women, if they cheat, it's an emotional thing.
Yes.
For most men that I know, and myself included, when we cheat, it's nothing about emotions. Because we can do what we got to do. Well, you said we can roll in the hay. We can roll in the hay.
We can take a quick roll in the hay.
Yeah, we can take a quick roll in the hay, and we could just let that be that. Well...
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Because if you look at it statistically, the people who come before us and our grandparents, they always had second families. Like
that is true.
Has been going on since the ancient Egyptian time. It's always been this way.
And that is also how the population got to the size that it is right now. It wasn't because one person just stuck to one person and had a whole bunch of goddamn cheat. Yeah, but I don't think it was necessarily. I think cheating and the terms and the conditions of cheating is what we adopted from European culture. I think that as far as indigenous people, we were always prone to having multiple partners. As far as men,
but for of course, but no, I totally agree because of the culture we are in. Yeah. But it's for a purpose. Once again, it's not just to do it; it's for nation building. Yeah, it's for wealth, generational wealth for our families. It's not what the purpose is. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm with Miss V.
Miss V done jumped on here.
Alafia. My bad.
Oh, here she goes.
Yeah, I'm with Miss V. how you doing?
We
Miss
are
V?
very
How you
smart,
doing?
Miss
Alapia Ia, my bad. She said women cheat sometimes more than men. They just smart enough to not get caught, and that is what I've always seen. I've always seen, but see with men because we don't necessarily. I always say this: women are the brains, and the man is the body.
We're very intuitive people.
Very.
So
Yeah.
we know your patterns.
Yeah.
And we can feel it.
We ignore intuition.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Though she acting a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she acting funny because she mad at her son and then she taking it out on you.
Oh, she just wanted to go get her hair done to make me mad. No.
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 Yeah.
Little bit
So
more than that.
we gonna pause on the conversation. We got Stefan that just came in the building. He go by King S.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I appreciate it. Man, tell him what you do.
I'm a singer songwriter. Got a couple projects that I recently just started getting into the acting lane, so we've been dipping and dabbling in that. Got one project just came out. Marry Me Yesterday. Shot by Calvo. And I'm working on another project too. Film Karma, shot by Alley Cat T. Well, wrote by Alley Cat T. So we in production. Get ready to start finish filming that. I think this weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a lot. You know that's it. That's a lot, man. It's a lot of stuff, man. I had shared the fact earlier on social media. I had made a post about, sometimes, man, I didn't say these words, but these words were what I was imagining in my head as I'm making a post, if you feel where I'm going. We don't give ourselves enough credit. And we don't give ourselves enough credit because the people around us make us feel like we shouldn't give ourselves enough credit for the things that we've done. Right. And they don't be doing shit. We be letting regular people dictate our moves, and we shouldn't, man. We just keep looking forward. When God plays something on you and you live within your destiny, never belittle yourself for what God is giving you.
That's right.
That's true.
So, like I said, tonight, our conversation for y'all that just checking in with us, Instagram, we appreciate y'all too. Our conversation is true or false, do women cheat up and men cheat down? Which meaning that do women are women more selective when it comes to cheating, and then men are more careless when it comes to cheating? So what you think about it?
I think it really depends on the situation when it comes to a woman. I feel like if she has a man that she feel like is, worth not leaving right away, she might cheat down just to satisfy whatever she need to do or make herself feel a certain way.
You don't think so?
You don't think so?
Ooh, it's gonna have to be worth it. Ooh, it's gonna have to be worth it. I'm not about to just do the do just to do the do. No, no, sir. No, it has to be. It has to be worth it. Of course, men definitely will cheat down because they know that they can get over and manipulate women. And they don't have to worry about that. When you step up, you're stepping up to a different caliber type of woman, and she's not gonna go for all of that. So it's different.
I still think it depends though, because some people you'll be surprised if you think you're stepping up, but you'll be
Yeah, men lie.
Yeah. Women lie too now. Hey, sis, Shay, Lafayette sis. Look at Shay. Even your little emoji look good, girl. You built like a goddamn one of them damn action figures in that damn picture. She said a man will fuck just because. My bad to all my aunties that's in the building, but that's how we talk sometimes. A man would do anything. I feel like certain men would do anything.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I was at the place in my life where I was. If you winked at me, I was ready. You know what I'm saying? But I had to get maturity for one, and STDs will show you that people be having some shit and they won't even tell you, dog. They won't tell you nothing.
Take it to the grave.
Take it to the grave, and you in the grave with them. Hey, look, you talking about beef on the other side. I'm a firm believer that people be thinking when people die, how you felt when you was living is how you gonna feel when you go. I'm a firm believer in that. If you had beef with somebody when you was living, when you gone, you still gonna feel some type of way. And that's why I don't go to people's funerals who I know don't like me. Goddamn, for what? Nigga, you don't like me. You still don't like me. Right. But I'm here to tell the story still. Yeah. But STDs are still out. Yeah, STDs ain't gonna go away. And especially with HIV and AIDS running rampant in our community.
Oh, did you see that monkeypox?
Oh, and the monkeypox. Yeah, and the monkeypox. And the monkeypox. I don't want to ever put myself in a situation because when you become a certain age, man, you have to hold yourself accountable for the things that you allow yourself to go through.
right.
You know, so for me, with the last couple of years, I'm very selective.
So you did cheat down. You are admitting you cheated down then. Look.
I am my father's child. You know what I'm saying? And
It's more so for the time. I don't think you really go there for your mind. Like,
yes.
No.
Yeah, it's not a connection because at the end of the day, like one of the sisters said, we not risking our lives for no low level dick. okay. I think I know who that is. One of the sisters said, men cheat because they don't want to miss out on an experience in a woman, but also don't want to give up who they are with, and that be true a lot of times.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you see that in marriages when people are like, oh, you still sleep with that man? I'm gonna tell you this, and people might find me wrong for this. A lot of times in those marriages, the wife 9 times out of 10 know that the man cheating. I feel in certain situations, though. You ready?
No.
You
I'm saying you right because we're very intuitive.
Yeah,
people.
women know. It comes to a point though you have to hold a man accountable for his actions and not being real. Like I said, I'm just a believer that monogamy is not a thing for us until we encountered European culture. That's me personally and what I believe.
It was turned. It was.
Yeah, and we had to adjust to it. And of course, us adjusting to it, now we feel like this is the way to be. But when you look at the history of our people, and to statement what you said earlier, we see these people say all the time was like, oh, I want to be like my grandmama. My granddad was married for 50 years. Yeah, but your granddaddy got a fucking family right around the corner with Miss Rita. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That you don't know about, but you've been playing with them and your little cousins for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it always happened. But the thing was, one, back then they didn't have social media. Motherfuckers running their mouth and the whole town knew about it. And even if the town knew about it, everybody wasn't talking about it like that.
Talking about it.
Yeah, and two, he probably was taking care of both households.
You know he was.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So now we live in an era now where a lot of these niggas ain't take care of shit. And people want to talk too much. They want to run and say, oh, I did this, or I slept with this, or I did this. But
Why is that you think?
insecurities.
Think so?
Yeah, I think it's insecurities, and I think it gives people a level of feeling like they're entitled and I have power because I did this. You know what I'm saying? And it don't.
Hey, Barbara, this Shirley.
I don't know. I don't think too much really changed. I think social media made it more, prevalent for us to see. But I think it made its way around back then.
Yeah, definitely made its way around.
I heard some stories from my own family, like people knowing about things.
What?
And you just didn't say that.
You know
what I'm saying?
what's the saying they say? Whatever's going on.
Whatever happened in his house, stay in his house.
Yeah,
And that's how.
But you know what though? That's one thing I don't teach my nephews because that saying also hid the pedophiles in the family.
That is true.
That hid the abusers in the family.
It did.
So
It
still do. Yeah. So I never, like my nephews I told one of my nephews he should go get a job at WEAR when he grow up because he tells so fucking much. But at the same time, I want him to feel comfortable to come to me and tell me anything. So I never tell him don't come and tell me. You know what I'm saying? So we have to get into that point, and I think that's why too that goes into the mental illness in our communities because we had to hide so much stuff, especially being a man. Because even when you're talking about pedophilia, we don't really have a big voice like women have a voice. But
because
men went through it.
Ashamed of that, and society looks at them differently, and that's why we have, whether they know it or not, we have a lot of men that commit suicide because of that same reason.
Yeah. Well, for men, it's supposed to be looked at as a token almost. Like, okay, you done got you some little young, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you got this older woman trying to get at you. So even if it did happen to you, it would trick your mind like, okay, I did a little something.
Yeah.
You start the whole trend of looking at women a certain way too.
That's true.
Passed on generation after generation and generation, and we're not holding our men accountable. These women, because of them being scarred by these men and walked over, we allow these low, vibrational men to come into our homes, and we accept them in instead of making them be men and go out there and do what they need to do for themselves, their family, and us as well.
I agree. I feel like with that that comes from both sides. You know, I feel like both parties should hold each other accountable because a lot of times when we think about relationships, we always try to go back to the old school way. Right. But the economical system is not set up in the old school way no more. So we have to adjust to the times that we are in right now. Right. I feel like a man should always be a lead. And I feel like, though, because of how things have shifted in the black family, though, a lot of women have became, I'm going to just be real, more aggressive. Yeah. And they have to take the role on not only taking care of the kids by themselves, but you have a lot of women who not only take care of their own children, but they take care of their nieces, their nephews, their little cousins. So I get the frustration 100%. But it has to come to a point where we take each other accountable. I know so many women who can't cook. Can't cook. That's
at all.
As we know.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah, that's been a topic. That was just a topic on social media. I'm pretty sure you saw it. Yeah. Of them saying that a woman should cook. I don't remember the whole full details, but basically a woman cooking for her man, and a woman who shared it. The thing with the woman who shared it, a lot of people don't like her anyway. So I think they really just wanted to find a reason to attack her again. But she said, I ain't cooking for my husband every day. You know,
would you hold your woman?
If we both work and you take care of the kids majority of the time, hell no. Right. I mean, that's just, I feel like that is just crazy as hell for me to think that you're supposed to take care of the whole household, take care of our children, and work a job, and come home and cook.
Right.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And I'm glad you said that because that's what men want. They like, okay, I went to work. I want you to cook. No, honey, it doesn't happen like that.
No. I think a lot of men really want it like what is able to be talked about. I think in reality, a lot of men really ain't on that as heavy as they, press the scene. Yeah. Because, I mean, I wouldn't expect my woman to cook every night, regardless if we had kids or not. Like, it's just a natural feeling. Some days I'm a singer, I love music, but some days you can't put me in that studio. Yeah. I'm like, look, it ain't going to happen tonight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just a natural feeling between anyone to not be in the mood for something. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. And I feel like...
I wouldn't expect that.
Like you said, I wouldn't expect it because, like you said, we don't even feel like getting up and work every day. Right, you know what I'm saying? So why would I expect somebody to want to cook every day? And then two, that goes when both partners help each other out with cooking, doing everything. So and then two, we have to learn how to keep our damn noses out of other people's relationships.
Ooh,
true. What's working for them might not work for you, but it's working for them. So let them handle their shit by themselves. You know what I'm saying? We be so opinionated on what him. Other people.
Girl, you need to leave him.
Yeah.
I hate when people say that.
You know what? My cousin, shout out to Katie, has one thing about my cousin. I done been through some crazy shit in relationships. One thing my cousin never told me. She said, I would never tell you to leave the person you with. That's right. She said, I'm going to tell you to assess the situation and I'm going to let you decide, but I ain't going to tell you to leave the person that you with. That ain't my job for me to tell you to do it because you will know when you have enough and you can't take no more. And so I believe that I give you much advice now, but don't keep coming about the same shit now. I don't like that. I don't like talking about the same thing. Now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I would give you advice.
It's painful for you as well.
Exactly. Right. I'm trying to cope in my own life and get my own shit together. Now I got to hear you over and over again talking about what she's doing to you. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, just like these women be complaining about these men, these men be complaining about these women and crying about these women too. Well, I ain't gonna say crying. Yeah, crying about these women too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That do happen. Though.
Yeah. And I get it. And the thing with men, I think it now, because men, we do not have the platforms to handle our own emotions. We have never been taught how to handle our own emotions because we've never been given the leeway. And if you was soft, you was weak, you was gay. But then the thing is, if he too hard on you, then he end up whooping your ass because he don't know how to handle the emotion. Then he becomes a problem again. You know what I'm saying? So we have to learn how to meet each other halfway. With that, meet each other halfway with that situation. You know what I'm saying? I know for you, did you cook for your husband every night?
Not every night, but I made sure he was satisfied.
Oh, shucks. Look, I'm gonna have to have you do a commercial for me the way you talk. You said you did some voiceover, but damn.
You might not need him.
Hey, it might not need him. Shit, just talk to me.
Got him there.
Okay.
Don't power to you, brother. All power to you.
Hey.
I said when I had a husband.
Oh, when?
Yes.
Yeah, my
Okay.
husband transitioned.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. You know when you tired. Yeah, you definitely know when you tired. And she said, I'm gonna just hush. Cause I'm gonna cook and clean. As you should. You should cook and clean. My granny said her husband was cheating at a hotel in the next room from the one she was cheating in, but she couldn't say nothing because hell, she was cheating too. Shawana said my mom and dad was both cheating back in the day.
Yeah.
It happened though. Things like this really did happen. People was cheating. That's just what it was.
But you know what? I was thinking about that earlier. I said society makes it okay for men to cheat.
Oh.
But do you remember when us women cheat? To this day, we still get stoned in front of people
Yeah, I heard about that.
for cheating.
Oh yeah,
I thought-
especially in Africa.
I said, I ain't know about that, though.
What? Let me tell you something.
Did y'all
There's
see
certain
the
places in
videos?
Africa where you cannot say that you aren't a Christian. Let me show you how those colonizers went over there and really fucked us up. You can't even say you're not a Christian. They go, which it was actually what they did in England back in the day. You will be stoned for not coming to church. That's where you get into the Protestant church because it comes from the word protest, and they protested and brought their ass over here. That's where you get the pilgrims and all of them. You get what I'm saying? I always got to do a history lesson. Y'all know that's my thing. So, yeah, I got to. So that's what they do, man. If you aren't a Christian, because of white colonization has pushed the agenda in all parts of Africa. Well, not all parts, because I don't know if y'all saw the videos when there are certain villages who was throwing rocks at them. Don't come in our shit. Okay, it was a village. White people came. They were fucking scared because they had never saw white people before. This came out this year.
Oh wow.
So when we get into when we adopt different cultures, because that's basically what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We adopt different culture, it kind of messes us up, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of ways. And we do it here. We got this thing now where a lot of the Africans, they call us AAs, African American. And they say, oh, they want to be like, y'all want to be like us so bad. Honestly, I got to be real. You know, everybody be talking about reparations. The motherfuckers owe us reparations too. Because a lot of y'all people, y'all sold us over here.
Do you know when they say, "Oh, I like that you're practicing our tradition"? I'll be like,
It was here. It was here because our people bought it here already.
We were here.
We was already here. Our people did not just come here through slavery.
right.
Our people are already traveling here. Our people was always already working with the Native Americans. I know I watched a video of a black woman. She got her ancestry done and found out that all of her lineages tracking back were nothing but Native American. She was black. So don't give me that bullshit like, oh, this is our land. We come over here. They be killing with that shit. You go through history lessons and they come back and be like, oh, well, this was founded. How the fuck you found something that somebody was already living in?
Right.
Y'all need to go back.
Go back.
What?
About all that syphilis and all that shit up over
I
here.
be deeping in this a little bit, but it's not like it's that deep. I be watching like little stuff that kind of piqued my interest, but
Yeah.
I did see something they was saying like they blocked off the entrance of the Grand King because there was a lot of artifacts and stuff they found in there that related back to.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did hear about
So
that.
if you go straight through, you get to Africa.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard about that too. But that's a little scary. I think that's a bit. I ain't gonna say scary. It's a lot. I think certain things, certain mysteries of the land that I don't think we even ready to know.
The high.
Yeah. Oh, definitely the government.
But Trump
definitely
was letting it loose.
That's why they had to get it. We want to impeach. Please, I was like, the man only got a week in the office. Y'all want to impeach him? They blocked that man Twitter. They did everything. No, Trump was finna tell. Let me tell you. A lot of people don't realize, and now we're going into politics a little bit.
I know. We were supposed to be talking about cheating.
We gonna go back to cheating. Cheating in the next room. Now you is a brave motherfucker. Let me tell you. But when you get into all of that,
In the head, boy.
yeah, we ain't even gonna get it. We ain't gonna get into politics. We ain't gonna get into politics. Cheating.
It was in there battling them head, boy.
We're battling them head boys. So let me ask you this. Have you ever cheated?
Yeah. See? Let me fix myself up for this one. I don't
Come
think
on with your Tamika ponytail. Come on. Don't be scared.
Well, you know.
You should have heard the gas. She said, she like, wait, we finna do that.
Ooh, have I ever cheated?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
You don't recall cheating? Have you ever cheated?
No, not physically.
So wait a minute.
Oh, you
So
want to
there's
know?
a difference.
He
So
wanna-
what you go on the? How do you cheat?
I mean, sometimes like I've grown later on a lot to learn, like just carrying on conversation that could go somewhere, but it don't.
Sexting.
Not even that for real. Like emotional connections, just getting to know somebody a little differently, a little more deeper than you should.
Okay.
You know.
Have you ever cheated?
Yes.
You're proud.
Since I'm gonna be the only one to keep it real on the show. Since I'm be the only one to keep it real, I've cheated. Have I been proud about it? I have not. No.
You gonna keep it real?
Look. I ain't proud about it. Let me tell you this. I'm not proud about it, and I'm not proud about it because I don't like how it made the person I was with feel.
Okay. So why did you do it?
Because I wanted to have sex.
Did the other person not have sex with you? I'm confused here.
Yeah. I ain't gonna do. No, we talking about like who I was with. We had sex, but as a man, it strokes our ego to have.
You was sick as eating the same breakfast every day.
Hello. So of course. So as a man, and like I said, I'm not saying this is right. I know we joking about it, but like I said, at the age I am now, it is what it is. Okay, and I just kind of feel like for me, because I'm a realist, I'm gonna have to be, and I got to be real with myself.
Right.
Because if somebody was cheating on me, I have to keep it real. Like, I want to know why, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, especially if I knew I probably had cheated on you, I can't be mad at you because you cheated on me. You know what I'm saying?
So you're gonna continue to be with them?
Yeah. If I get cheated on one time, it's some 3 things I want to know. Was it somebody I knew? Did you use protection? And how long it was going on? Because how long it was going on could tell me if y'all had an emotional connection. If y'all had an emotional connection, I don't want no dealings. Okay? But that's all I want to know. I don't even have to know who it is. I just want to know, was it somebody I
You
know?
got one time to cheat.
Oh, that's it. One time. One time to cheat. Like, one time to cheat. Yeah, because this is a repetitive thing. And obviously, Houston, we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'll be thinking I'll be putting it down. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I don't. Maybe I'll be halfway putting that bitch, holding it a little bit or something. Because, sometimes you got different strokes for different folks. So what you think you doing, somebody might not be fully satisfied. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. Or somebody might not. Sometimes, for some people, it's not even about sex. It might be an emotional
Thirst
connection.
for something new.
Yeah.
So the question is this. Did you already know who you planned on wanting to have sex with before? it
I
happened?
didn't. I never planned it.
You just picked a random person?
Yeah. No, I didn't pick. They picked me. I didn't choose the street. The streets chose
So
me.
what made you choose them? What made you say okay to that person? What was it about them? What did they have to offer?
Attractive. That's it. And that's why I made my comment earlier. For most men, it's not about necessarily what you got. It's like, okay, well, I'm looking for a little spice. So if you're willing to give it,
I mean,
yeah.
it depends. I mean, I don't know. It depends. Like sometimes a person can have more, but it might not be the whole package. It might, it depends on how a person looks at down. Because a lot of men too, like I know, they want to be with somebody they know they're gonna be there and have they back and be with them.
Yeah.
I think that's
So-
if you're not in a relationship.
Yeah.
Or you're on outs because I think everybody may cheat down, everybody may cheat up, but I think that the only reason you cheat down is because you're in a committed relationship and you just need that moment, even if it's because you're going through something, you need to lean on that person mentally, emotionally. For women, I think it really is just something emotional for women for that moment.
So
I
I
agree.
don't know if I missed this part or not, but what would be considered cheating down for you?
Cheating down will be with a person who's not beneficial. You can't. You're not benefiting me. What is the purpose of me dealing with you? And it doesn't have to be financially, but I have to be able to get something out of you. It has to be purposeful to me.
See, me, I think cheating down really is something that the person that's being cheated on will feel more than the person that's cheating. For like a self-esteem or ego type of thing. Because if you're cheating, it's something you cheating for regardless of what it is. So is it really cheating down? Like if you're going to go cheat in any way.
Yeah, because what are the repercussions when you get caught? Was it worth it?
That's where it come into play with me. That's where I think that's where it's going up or down. If we both got something to lose,
Now you ain't paying my rent no more.
Right. See, now,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
And that's when you get into
That's
cheating up,
the-
cheating down, because most
yeah.
men, we don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? You can stay in the projects.
Y'all sure don't care.
Yeah, you can stay in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like
I'm in
that.
love with a stripper.
Yeah. I ain't mess with nobody in no projects. I'm gonna let you know right now. But because I am a firm believer in you should only lay with the type of energy that you want for yourself.
Ain't nothing wrong with the project though. Some people might got
Them
good
the
energy in
ones.
the project.
Them the ones. They gonna give you what you're looking for now.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. Y'all fast. What the hell? Look, she said people be planning overtime.
So it said not they people.
Not bad.
She's, I don't want your one and done. And let me tell you, I used to think like that, but this is how I think. You know, even when you get married, you know, marriage is a ritual. You know, people be doing all kind of rituals, don't even know what they be doing. Marriage is a ritual. That's what you're doing. That's a binding spell. When y'all say those vows, y'all are binding each other together, right? So you say at the end, to death do us part, meaning that when you transition, y'all are no longer together, right? I'm a believer in so many people. God made so many people in this world. What would make you think that only one person belongs to you, or your experiences only supposed to go through one person? So when I look at people cheating, I try to look at it from different realms. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't, I think we be so wrapped into our own ego, we feel like everything belongs to us. I got to get something that belongs to me. This got to be mine. But it don't always work like that all the time. We have to be real about that. This might go either way, but am I going to be honest, real about the fact that, okay, I love you. We could work past this. This is what you got going on. But to think that a person is just not never going to step out on you. And I'm not saying it's possible, because I got a homeboy who, when he with you, he with you.
My father don't cheat. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Where did
I
you
mean-
come from?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm very respectful too, because like I said, I'm mama's boy. I love my mom. I respect her to the highest. So
Yeah.
anything that would see her kind of off balance,
Yeah.
I can only imagine. So I wouldn't want to give somebody else the same respect. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with what you're saying too. But and again, it's also like most of the time when you get in a relationship, you pretty much knowing what a person's standards are and what they require.
Yeah.
So you already kind of know. I feel like so if you cheat, regardless of whether you feel like one person is for the one person or not, like if that person that you with at that time, let it be known in many different ways, even if they haven't said it physically, like hey, or verbally, they don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much know how they want to be treated in a relationship. So
I think that when you meet people, you meet their representative. And you don't really necessarily know a person for a very,
Long time.
very,
It take a
very,
couple
very
years.
long time to really get to know a person.
Yeah. I agree with you
I've
100%.
always said you can't make somebody tell you the truth, no
Yeah.
matter what you do.
That's true.
Right.
And what they always say, you don't know no person till you stay with them. That's true.
That's the truth.
That's true. Yeah, you get with somebody, but I don't even think I'm feeling this no more. You a little different. Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask y'all this: do y'all think that cheating in a relationship is different from cheating in a marriage? Do you think that is less reprimandable if you cheat in just a basic relationship than in a marriage?
You getting cut off in either relationship.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
In order to get to marriage, you gotta be right. So
Yeah.
you gotta have a relationship before the marriage. Unless you just meet somebody and say you want to marry me, we get married.
Well, you want to know
Figure it
what?
out.
Because the same stipulations is going to happen that if we're married and I go get something, whether we're married or not, and I give it back to you, the same outcome is going to happen whether we're married or not. So I
Right.
think that you playing with my life is playing with my life whether we're married or not.
Right.
Especially these days. When COVID came out, people forgot about the other things of life.
What?
You know?
What? The divorce rate went really high during COVID. Cause
No jobs.
yeah,
That money,
No
that
jobs.
money is the root to all
The
evil.
money.
I don't care what y'all talking about.
having to be around a person all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and you're already frustrated because you can't go nowhere because you're scared because you might motherfucking die. People dealing with deaths, like it was a lot mentally for a lot of people to deal with, and then too, I even feel bad for the people who had to transition during that era because a lot of people had to die by themselves, and a lot of people, you know,
That was horrible.
yeah. Then when you go to a funeral, only 20 people can
Did
come
you
to your
see-
funeral.
Did you
Yeah.
see that they were killing people alive? They were really putting people in those bags alive, and they were like they're zipping the bags, and the people were still alive in the bag. I said,
Yeah.
"Oh, you don't know what was going on with your family members
Well,
in
see,
those hospitals."
it was said that doctors, hospitals were getting money for the numbers of deaths from the government that they had. So it became a fraud, which, you know, the healthcare field is a fucking big fraud any damn ways. So it became some fraudulent stuff that they were just letting people die so the hospital or the physician would be funded by the government for the deaths. And even with a lot of people who already had medical issues that transitioned, they would still write on their death certificates COVID. And so they would still get money from it. You know what I'm saying? So that was a bad time. 2020 was a messed up year. 2021 was a messed up year. 2022 has been a crazy damn year too, man. Every time you turn around, somebody is passing away. I just said I ain't turning the fuck around no more. Yeah.
Stay in one direction.
Yeah, I'm just staying in one direction. Goddamn.
It's been,
I don't think it's over. I think 2023, we still need to stay focused.
I'm going to church. And I ain't been to church since my damn grandma's funeral. I think one thing I can't deny about the church, and especially in the culture that we into now, I hate when people just throw hate at the church. Because if you honor your ancestors, and we know our ancestors in the
Right.
church, you have to respect the church. And you also have to understand that everybody that's black, foundation started in the church.
Absolutely.
So you cannot deny the church. We can't deny the church.
You go to them altars, and then you go emoji you by and
Yeah.
start. They don't know what in the world you talking about. Go read them a Bible verse. They
Yeah.
want to hear the scriptures. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Our grandmothers were prayer warriors, whether they knew it or not, and their words were very powerful. And they prayed over us. They healed us, and the same thing.
Yes, yes. So we have to acknowledge it. And I think we need to get back to a basis of all spiritual systems coming together to pray together. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you don't believe in this God. You believe. The thing is, the Bible even tell you that the God is a God of many names. What do you think that comes from? That comes from different cultures of people, different people building connections with God in different ways. So therefore, majority of the people are all serving the same God. But you know, some folks don't even be church folk, don't even know how to be church folk. When the whole point is we just have to learn how to build each other up regardless of our beliefs, because you have people who sit in the same church and still believe different things. So just because a person is openly tell you I do this a little different, don't mean that you should shun them for how they feel with their connection with God. Right. So I think they got prayer in the church. They tried to take that away, but then they're gonna force you to say the pledge, especially black children to say the pledge for a country that wasn't even technically built for them, but you're gonna force us to say the pledge.
we built it.
And we built it. So we should be able to have, if kids want to read the Bible in school, let kids read the Bible in school, because it's all still spiritual. And it might not be something they stick to, because sometimes you have to pull yourself out of your old traditions and find something else. Really, that's how you build your connection with God. You got to tap into other things and understand other things and different people, different perceptions of who God is. And I tell people all the time, people are like, oh, well, I don't do this because I don't believe in that. But if it's worked for them, it got to be true. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you go by a damn house and the house could be abandoned for years and they be like, oh, that's a haunted house. The house might not even be haunted. But after so many years of people saying that's a haunted house, you have now conjured that energy in that house. Right. And now the house is really a haunted house. You know what I'm saying? So when we put our minds into something, we can manifest. That's when you get into fucking manifesting. Mm-hmm. If you want something for yourself, you put your mind, you put your mouth on it, you manifest it, it comes up. Right. So we have to start doing that within our own communities, man. Start praying for each other, start helping each other out. Stop judging each other.
That we do need to do a little more.
Yeah, stop condemning each other.
Women are some of the most powerfulest people on the planet.
They are.
I love my sisters.
Yeah.
We are strong. We are beautiful. We are resilient people.
Yeah.
And one thing about it, men are men and we can predict a man every day, all day long. But women have stepped their game up as far as the educations, the job. And
Yeah.
the only thing that holds us back is us, because another woman will come in the room and we will roll our eyes at her. We will have everything negative to say except for, welcoming her. You are so beautiful. And, uplift. Let's join. Let's connect. Women don't do that type of stuff.
They don't.
And we are very powerful people.
Yeah. Women are the most powerful beings.
Exactly.
And that is why in any religion that you go into, even when it comes to what we practice,
Right.
they try to break women down. Like, you can't do this. You gotta do that. Anytime. Even when you get into the old church, women couldn't preach in the pulpit. So women had to go out and do their own thing. So
But we are
that
the
came
healers.
from, yes.
We are the mothers.
Yes. And you have to respect, because to be born, for anything to be born, it has to come from a womb. So it shows in history of how men, though, and that's another story. We're gonna have that one day about sexism. How they belittled women all across the world to make women feel less than, but at the same time, it was all about power. You know what I'm
They
saying?
took away our women's stuff down there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of crazy.
Horrible.
That's crazy. We're gonna get into that one day.
I want to.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get in. Shout out to my my sister Sashay, who do the Yanni Steens. Make sure y'all get y'all cuckoos together. And yeah, she do the Yanni Steens, man. And make sure, because one thing that it's me sitting around a lot of women, we talking and having conversations, finding out, when y'all be letting people ejaculate into you and y'all keep that energy of that person, you wonder why I'm feeling some type of way. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. It's because you still have that energy within you. And you have to learn how to clean out your womb, man. Make your womb clean again, because that'd be a lot of energy that we be holding behind.
Keep your legs closed.
Keep it,
She said keep
unless it's worth it. Yeah, unless it's worth it.
closed.
Unless it's worth
Just
it.
keep them closed.
Yeah,
What's first?
unless it's worth it.
gone.
Yeah, it should be not cuckoo. Yeah, you definitely do. That's what we got to do, man. You got to keep that womb clean, man, because let me tell y'all. Y'all be messing with these men that mess around with a lot of people, and they be throwing y'all pH off, and y'all wonder why y'all smelling like a goddamn pack of hyenas between your legs. And you have to be, as a woman, for one thing, even sex is a ritual. And you have to understand the energy exchange between you and another person during sex, man. Like, that is some sacred shit. That's why I'm a firm believer now, which we know the world is kind of ran by sex now. Every time you get on Snapchat, every time you get on Twitter, I ain't gonna knock Twitter too much, but every time you get on Twitter,
Twitter ain't even Twitter no more.
I don't even
Nuh-uh.
have a Twitter.
Twitter is Pornhub.
It really? I don't even have a Twitter.
And it's a better version. I'm just saying.
Well, I wasn't gonna say it, but
Really?
yeah. Yeah, but everything is ran by sex, and it's crazy because
I thought it was OnlyFans.
they get the promo on Twitter. Yeah, look, you get the sneak peeks on Twitter. That pay per view. Look,
Go see the money work, you know what I'm
but sex runs everything now, and it's getting to a point where it's kind of disgusting, man. Because sometimes you have to be careful who you even pull your phone out in public with, because you don't know what the fuck is gonna pop up on your social media. Yeah. And two people don't understand how sacred sex is. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be fucking everybody. You can't.
I
You
forgot
should.
you said we could cuss. Shit.
Yeah. No, you cuss. It's like 8 o'clock.
me, a motherfucker.
Nigga, yeah. Hey, it's like a goddamn kid. Mama gone, goddamn.
Where the Queen of Lordy at?
Hey, and Queen probably drinking poo, cussing too.
I love the Queen.
But for real though, man, we got to learn how to land. Like, you got to be really careful with that whole having sex with everybody thing, man, because it's a lot of stuff that comes with that. Spirit, STDs.
Spirit, yeah.
Okay, with that being said too, do you also think that, because I believe that Knowledge is power. So if you're not knowledgeable to those things that can happen, I feel like you probably won't be affected by those. I feel like
You know what? We have a gut. We know wrong and right.
Yeah.
True.
What feel good, what don't.
Do you think a lot of women think to the capacity of, or and people in general to the capacity of like the
They
spirit
think
part,
because that
like,
next morning you wake up and you be like, oh my fucking God. What did I just, you know it.
I don't think people do. I think sometimes, I don't know if y'all have, but I've been in situations where I've had sex and I felt disgusted after. Like I felt like sick to my stomach. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Did I eat some bad shrimp or something? You know what I'm saying? But like what? But, and that goes to show how energy is strong. Like, you know, you shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think we have to take heed to those signs. Yeah. Man, one time I thought I had food poisoning. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? For real, that them energies, because the thing is, when people don't know how to cleanse themselves, yeah. Sometimes when people don't know how to cleanse themselves, you're not just having sex with them.
Right.
You having sex with the energies of the people that they had sex with. You never know what the hell they had on them.
But you know what? I think that you're right. Because if you're not aware of that type of energy, those type of feelings, like, you know, before, when we used to hear about voodoo, we used to be like, I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking voodoo. But now we spiritual. They be, oh, that bitch done shot some juju. You're getting scared.
Yeah.
You know what's
You
gonna
getting
happen.
thin. Yeah. You ain't the spaghetti, nigga.
you know where that really come from.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
And you know what? I was just telling somebody this. I was like, people are scared. Well, let's be real, because this is a whole nother topic too, man. I be schooling niggas. Voodoo is in the black church. What do you think that baptisms come from? That's a spiritual bath. What do you think that using olive oil to bless people? That's root work. That's coming from a plant.
Right.
We have it in our churches. Don't nobody do church like the black
lit
church.
Candles.
The lit candles. What do you think? A pulpit in itself.
But don't you think that also falls up on the category like you spoke on earlier, as far as like it's different, same God, different religions. So it might not be the form of the same. You know, they probably don't or can't register in the same form as voodoo if it's not.
Yeah, but the thing is, when it comes to the black church, a lot of it did. Even when we wear white in church, that came from African spirituality.
Right.
When you go to church, and you remember back in the day, you used to have Women's Day and all the women march in together, side to side. That came from the Africans did that, you know. So we have to acknowledge where the hell we come from.
That's right.
And when we go into these cultures and we say, oh, I don't do voodoo, the thing is, you ain't got to do it, but you should understand it. Just imagine how many people were in Chattahoochee in the asylum. How many people went crazy and we thought they was crazy, and it wasn't because they was really crazy. It was somebody did something to them. And if they had the knowledge that we have now, we would know, well, I can go somewhere and try to get this shit up off of me.
And even half the people now in the nut houses,
Yeah.
they just need some work to get them cleansed. Do some removal.
It's weird. Like we're speaking on, it's like one of those things that was always in the distant,
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
But it was never like. It's one of the things I grew up hearing about. If it came up, like say when I go to my grandma's church in Alabama, it'd be different from going to our church here. Like I might see the women marching in Alabama. You know, you might hear my grandma say, "Oh, you know, watch out for, you know, don't go over there." When she see somebody doing something that's different, she able to tell you what it is. But it was never brought to me as if like, you know, hey, this is what's being. You know, it's just kind of just like you said, you got a gut. You kind of learn as you grow up to see and remember what your grandma pointed out. And you hear the saying, so you kind of like, So it's, I don't know, it's just weird because a lot of things are put together with people differently. Because like going to church here, you're not gonna see that too much.
Well, see, the old church dying. The old church dying out. A lot of people ain't going to church no more. We have this whole new generation of church. Of people, even the music is different. It's contemporary gospel music shit.
Yes.
I like old gospel music. I like gospel music. When you walk in my house sometimes, when I'm cleaning, I'm doing something, and I still listen to gospel music
I seen a
sometimes.
church, I ain't gonna say no name.
Yeah.
They had a best dress contest.
I'll be damn.
And the music was Walk It Out.
I've been seeing those videos on social media.
It was here though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of preachers do that to try to keep the young children to come into church. I get it. You have to meet people where they at. The thing is, people are like, oh, this is a church. You shouldn't do this. The church are the people. That's a building. The devil still can come into church. What you got ain't gonna stop the devil from coming into church now. So we have to acknowledge this sometimes. Dude, shout out to Queen Laterius Broughton, Reverend Queen Laterius Broughton, my homegirl. That's one thing she is big on. She has the movement called Sips and Scriptures. And that's what they do. You drink a little wine and y'all talk about scripture. She's a reverend. And because she is a firm believer, you have to meet the people where they at.
That's right.
And so that's the movement I think a lot of people are, because you do have some pastors who are realizing that a lot of people are leaving the church. We have a lot of people who are now, because of the circumstances of the world right now, we have people who are opening their eyes and they're trying to figure out, how could I help me? What is going on? Like, the old way ain't helping me no more. So what I got to do to make it?
You know, I went to visit my aunt in Mississippi the other day, and their church is just now opening for the first time since COVID.
Wow.
2 years ago. 2 years, right? 2 years ago.
That's crazy. But you know what? You got those old people, you know, people be scared of COVID. You got people who couldn't even go see their families behind COVID. You better go get that vaccine. Don't know what the fuck the vaccine gonna do to you. You know, 30 years from now, when y'all watching that the commercial at 12 midnight, and it's saying, if you got the vaccine, you can call 1-844. You know what I'm saying? And if you get it,
the people who transitioned were the people who had the shot.
my mom didn't catch the COVID until after she got vaccinated, and she was so sick that we thought we had to send her to the hospital. We thought something was gonna happen to her. And boy, let me tell you something. I don't know who all I prayed to, but I know Jesus was up in there. I know Moses. I had my people up in there. I said, anybody who can hear me, boy, you can't take out right now. Boy, my mama, she got well. You know what I'm saying? She was well. And I've always been a praying person. I pray anyways, you know. So that COVID stuff, it had a lot of people scared. And even when now we got the MLK parade. MLK parade we haven't had, was a big parade in Pensacola. We haven't had in 2 years because of COVID. We got the MLK parade coming up. Make sure y'all come to the Martin Luther King parade.
I'm surprised. Y'all was the first state that opened up everything.
What? We never really closed.
Yeah, real for real.
Florida never really closed. You know what I'm saying? So, MLK parade. We got MLK parade January 16th. Make sure y'all check that out. Man, the MLK parade is going to probably be up to 5 hours long.
Okay.
Because it's been a couple years since they had it. But yeah, them old people were scared of COVID. I never was scared of COVID. I was cautious, but I wasn't scared.
Man, I was Dr. Set me down. You couldn't tell me.
Yeah, now I drank a tea now. As soon as I'm drinking tea now. And one time I had got a little sick, but I was drinking NyQuil. I was drinking tea. I was praying. I was going in the closet to pray. You know, the old people.
In the closet.
I did like the old people. I went in the closet to pray. And I kid you not, the same night I went to sleep, I was sweating. I sweated so bad, I woke up like 30 minutes later. I thought I had peed on myself.
Come on, that's you.
I was pissed on myself. God damn, nigga, you pissed on yourself? And so I got up, I went and drank some water, and I laid back down. I had to lay a towel on the bed. Wipe myself down, lay back down, woke up sweating again. The next morning, I ain't feel nothing. Good. I ain't feel nothing. So there is power in prayer, man. Make sure y'all start praying over yourself. A lot of people, a woman asked me today, she said, how do you pray?
With your heart. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. Your prayer, we get into these, you know, we watch other people and they be like, oh, you should say this. You should say that. Well, I will recommend every black person to know Psalms 23. Okay, you definitely should know that. But if you have your own connection with God, you talk to him in your own way. Okay, you talk to your people. If y'all do ancestral, however y'all do, you talk to your people in your own way. And you always be respectful. Don't ever question nobody. Well, how should I pray? They pray how they gonna pray. Right. You pray how you pray. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely need to get into praying a little more. And I pray for the people who cheating. I hope y'all don't get caught and get killed. Because, you know, people be really emotional. They be wanting to kill people and stuff like that. It ain't never that deep.
It's the men.
It's definitely the men.
It's the men who want to kill you, them, and the kids.
I saw a video.
Tough women too now. Like,
yeah, man, I saw a video of a man call his wife.
Don't kill. Literally kill.
The woman, I seen a woman, she just cut up the baby throat and all that on the. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Her baby?
It was a light skinned girl. She was on I seen it on Instagram though.
Was she the one who burnt the house on fire too? That wasn't her.
That wasn't her. She went live with a child though. Like,
yeah.
What?
Oh wow.
With the blood on it. Yeah. I get it and all that. But yeah, women too.
Yeah, they'll go crazy. They'll go crazy now.
People in general crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fight.
You know?
But I don't know about killing now.
I ain't even gonna fight.
See, that's violent though.
I feel like this when you know you're attractive.
People.
Yeah, when you know you're attractive, what you gonna fight for? When you know you're attractive, what you gonna fight for? Like if you know who you is,
You got cheated
I'm
on
gonna
by
fight for it.
my
I'm gonna show you what I can do. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm just gonna show you what I can do because now you done open the door.
No, see, and that's what I say. Accountability. Men is too used to doing what they want to do and not having any repercussions behind it.
I agree. Because usually women so be emotionally in tune. They go, oh, baby, you know what I'm saying? They going to be mad at you and they going to call their homegirls. Their homegirls probably ain't going to ever like you. But at the
That's
same
right.
time, she going to stay. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't understand when women, when they get cheated on, they go on social media. What you going to get on social media for? You going to stay with the man? Showing out, carrying on terrible.
You gonna stay?
No.
You sure?
You should. Tony Braxton gonna stay. hey, but for real though, man. Once again, man, I appreciate. Listen, I'm gonna say this word of advice: if you're gonna cheat, man, I would just say work it out the best way you
I'm
can.
going to jail. I'm not cut out for none of this.
That's right.
Hey, that's my sister Pink Eye. And shout out to Pink Eye.
They don't.
Yeah, shout out to Pink Eye, man. She's very supportive of my sister, man. Make sure y'all hit up. Y'all want y'all teeth whitened. She do all kind of stuff, man. And condolences again to her. She just lost her brother a few weeks ago in a tragic car accident. And we gonna always send love to you, Pink Eye. You know, I'll be writing you in the group message in a little bit. But man, if y'all gonna cheat, just try to work out the best way you can with your partner, or just be real about what you're lacking in the area. Okay, I think understanding. Let's get understanding before confusion. Okay.
I want to be forgiven, but I'll be honest, I'm not gonna forgive.
Yeah.
See,
As you shouldn't, because you'll repeat the same thing over again.
I think the problem is again that you're meeting these representatives and you're 2 years in. You can't just walk away at that point because you're learning they're a new person. Now you got to try to, you know, it's.
It goes
it's
for the
horrible.
person pursuing people too. Make sure you pursue where you feel like you fit in at. Because a lot of times too, that cause problems later on down the line. They realize like, oh, this I can't keep up with this. Like, I gotta make myself feel a certain type of way for even being with this statue of a person. So
Yeah. Some people get intimidated by the people that they with.
facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So make sure you go for what your way.
You can't go nowhere. Why you talking to such and such? Like what? Massa? What the fuck? This ain't that. This ain't that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Which said people be in for years, then their partner betrays them. That's true.
That's right. And then what you gonna do? What you gonna do when it happen?
What you gonna do, sister? Egyptian.
We all might stay.
A pet to be? That's my set.
Might stay. Oh, I love you too, Shamita. Once again, man, make sure y'all check out. Let me show this before we leave up out of here. Make sure y'all check out. Damn, it's smaller than what I thought it was gonna be. Q La La, which is one of the big dogs with the Real Women Radio. She has her birthday celebration. Sagittarius and Capricorn mixer. And she got Stoney Murphy. Boy, I like that Stoney Murphy. I did a couple shows with Stoney Murphy. Jay Fitz, Jay Rich Project, and C Funk Show Band. It's a BYOB event. You know, we love BYOBs. $20 advance tickets, $30 at the door. Located at Camelot Event Center on, 3300 North Pace Boulevard in Pensacola, Florida. Make sure y'all hit that event up, man. It's on December 16th. And then the day after that, y'all know they got the Gucci show. But let me tell you this, the one thing I am going to post is they got the Classic Man event the same day as the Gucci show. And listen, I've been to the Classic Man event in Mobile. Let me tell you something.
I seen pictures from that.
Let me tell you something. If you like class, the Classic Man, and it's the Classic Man, Classic Lady, so it's Mobile actually mingling with Pensacola. So Mobile coming down to Pensacola. When I think about Mobile gonna put that shit on. But Pensacola, I seen y'all at the All Black. I know y'all can come through. I know y'all can come through Pensacola. So I think that'll be for all the ones who are looking for something more classier.
Classy. We don't have to worry about all this cheating and infidelity. Let's get a little bit more
It's probably
classy.
still going to be cheating infidelity. It's going to be some classic cheating. Maybe you cheat with a lawyer or something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all check that out, man. I appreciate y'all for coming tonight. We definitely going to get y'all again.
Thank you for
And I appreciate, man. What you got coming up? You got anything coming up?
Other than I'm just gonna shoot a couple visuals. Got a couple visuals gonna come out. Just be back in the studio so I can get ready to.
And where they can find your music at?
Find my music on all musical platforms. It's KingS, KING.S. I got a project, Got Your Love, Project Steven Stefan, and the recent one is Phase 2. So,
I see. You got anything coming up, sis? We finna put her back out here. Let me tell you something. She's a rapper. She did rap before I retired. We finna pull out of retirement like Lil' Kim.
I'm trying to break on some little music 2023. We had to see what's up. Now.
Yeah, she do music. You know what I'm saying? Stage play. She can act. She really do it all. She be trying to act. She's shy. But we gonna get her out of that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't it? Ain't it, man? Ain't it? Oh, like I said, I appreciate y'all for checking in with us tonight. I pray that y'all be safe tonight for everybody that's going out, hanging out, being fast. Thank you, Ia. Tiniade Broughton, City Councilwoman Tiniade Broughton in the building.
Alafia,
and happy birthday, Ia. It's her birthday today too.
Yes.
Soul flow. You see? Yes.
Hey, your drink this weekend on me, Ia.
Tell her she can meet us tonight.
She ain't gonna do it. One thing about Ia, you ain't gonna catch Ia very well. That's one thing about it. But I appreciate you for checking in, Ia, and I thank you for that comment. For real, that means a lot coming from you. I shout out to our family, the Balawa clan that came in tonight too. And make sure y'all have a safe night, man. Make sure y'all pray. Make sure y'all pray for y'all family. Also, remember to always say something nice. And if you can't say something nice, put some honey on the end of that tongue. Hey, look, sis already got her honey. Put some honey on that tongue when you feel like you want to say something sweet, man. Don't let people get you out your character, man. Peace, blessings, and love to everybody.